with our first speaker. This is probably the first time I'm introducing him first. Our first speaker is our councillor in the town centre ward. He stands up for Palestine. He stands up for injustice. He stood up for the war in Iraq, for the war in Afghanistan, the war in Lebanon, and now this military action in Gaza. I call for Michael Lavalette, town centre councillor.
Brothers and sisters, this is an absolutely amazing turnout in Preston. I have never seen as many people in a Preston demonstration before, and we should all take great heart that we have turned out in such numbers today. I spoke at the demonstration in Manchester yesterday, and there was 26 towns across the country where people protested. And yet when we went home, Israel had not only continuing its bombing, it had sent its tanks and ground troops in. And the blood of Palestinians will be back forever on the hands of those Israeli politicians who have countenanced that assault. But why did it happen yesterday? Well, yesterday morning before I went to Manchester, I turned on the radio. And on the radio there it was, George Bush, the idiot warmonger of 8 years, was on the radio again. His last 20 days... He was back on the radio! He was back on the radio saying he supported what Israel was doing, and that gave the green light to Israel to send the tanks in yesterday. Because you have to ask one other thing. Why is it that a small country, smaller than England, can continue to fight these wars in the Middle East? The reason for that is because they are the largest recipient of military aid from America in the world. They are the largest recipient of civilian aid from America in the world, that they can go directly to America to buy the guns and the weapons. The Apache helicopters come direct from America, and so as well as Israel, the blood of the Palestinians is also in the hands of Bush and the Americans. And what about our own Prime Minister? Our own Prime Minister has said, just have a short-term ceasefire. That is not enough, because that will mean the continuation of the economic blockade, which represents the slow death of the many of those in Gaza. And so Britain too, and the British government, has responsibility for what is going on in Israel and Gaza and the West Bank. And therefore I think we should say from Preston today that we send a message. Our message is, first, we stand shoulder to shoulder with the people of Gaza and the Palestinians as they face this oppression. Secondly, the blood of the Palestinians is on the Israeli hands, it is on American hands, and unfortunately it is on the hands of the British government, and they will all pay the political price when that time comes. But the final thing is this, there is one other group who bear responsibility, and that is the leaders of the Arab world, because where have they been? Where have they been? Hassan Mubarak, the leader of Egypt, has been cuddling up to Lavalette, and that is a disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace. And therefore when the time comes, the resistance will not only deal with Israel, but we will have to deal with those Arab leaders as well. Thank you for listening.